here we are, our soundstage where it all began.
Stage 12.
Where we've been filming ever since our original series, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, premiered on Saturday mornings in 1969.
Dude, I used to love watching that show.
Well, let's go inside. Time to make the donuts.
Donuts!
It hasn't changed a bit.
So many memories, so much history.
I wonder if that sandwich I was in the middle of eating is still here.
Not anymore.
Hey, Velma, remember when we shot the scene where you lost your glasses? It was right over there.
And then that other scene when you lost them again over there and over there.
Hey, my glasses! I can't see without them. My glasses! I lost them. Oh, there you are, Shaggy. Okay, I get it. Velma's thing is she's always losing her glasses. I only wear them because they make me look cool.
Welcome, Mystery Gang.
Ghost!
Not quite. A host. Although you're not too far off. There are rumors that the studio is haunted.
Does everywhere we go have to be haunted?
You can relax, Shaggy. I can assure you, it's just me, Janelle Parrish, a real human being. So, the five of you, Daphne, Fred, Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby, have been playing characters who solve mysteries for 52 years.
Yeah, we know. We lived it.
So, have any of you ever experienced a ghost in real life?
Whenever I try to get my agent on the phone, huh?
It's a joke.
Cracker.
We have fun.
Scooby has persisted because the characters are really, really good. And it's a wonderful formula.
It's iconic. It's been on the air almost continuously since 1969 in one way or the other. It has that alchemy that works for people.
The idea of a trope of sophisticated, intelligent, best friend teenagers is something that has been pioneered so flawlessly in Scooby-Doo and then reflected through pop culture for every year since.
The characters really are archetypes, you know, like Fred is the muscle, and Daphne is the heart, and Velma is the brain, and Scooby and Shaggy are the stomach.
I think that's part of their appeal, is that they're sort of universal. A kid can enjoy that right now like a kid could 50 years ago.
Every generation can find something in them to remind them of themselves.
So there is a lot of excitement in store for you guys today. Later on, you'll each be competing in a mixed martial arts tournament with some of the world's top fighters. Plus, Scooby, you'll be meeting the litter that you never knew you had. But first, let's take a look back at some of our favorite moments from your very first adventures in Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Even in the beginning, everything that made you you was there. The heart, the bravery, the teamwork. You lifted each other up, literally. When one of you lost yourself, the rest of the gang would find you. Again, literally. No matter how haunted the house, you could always rely on each other. Your resourcefulness, your teeth. It wasn't always easy, but you had each other. And nerves of steel. And also, the van.
Show 'em, Scooby.
You soared to new heights and inspired generations of ghost hunters.
Yay! Yay, Scooby!
No one will ever forget the name Scooby-Doo.
Wow. Such powerful memories.
Third time I've called him this week. Why am I paying him 10% if he can't even call me back? Shoot, I gotta go.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know. It's not part of the reunion special. It must be a mystery.
Hey, Scooby Gang. It's us, Marvin and Wendy from the Super Friends.
We hang around with some people with pretty cool powers. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Superman.
But you have a superpower too, your friendship.
Plus, you also have a van.
And what appears to be an unlimited source of money.
And a talking dog.
But really, your friendship.
Yeah, they should call you the Super Friends.
But you can't, or the Super Friends will drag you to court.
So we had arrived at 4 teenagers were going to be involved in mysteries. We threw in a dog to kind of help it along, give it touches of humor. That was Scooby-Doo. What happens, of course, is that you went into the mysteries and Scooby began to steal the show. Also, he had a way of talking that our great talent, Don Messick, did.
I would watch his face and those jaws would go, and I try to do the same thing to emulate Don as close as I can.
One of Joe Barbera's maxims was, if you ain't got a big sloppy dog, you ain't got comedy.
Bryn, that thing happened again.
Oh, sorry about that, folks. We've been having electrical problems all over the studio.
This is Bryn, our producer.
Actually, I produce all the reunion specials here. Next week, we're filming the Friends Reunion. The fans really miss those characters from the original Friends reunion.
Excuse me, if that was just an electrical problem, how do you explain the scary classic Scooby-Doo villain laughter?
Great question, Velma. But we're here to have fun. Yeah. Hey, did you know that when Hanna-Barbera and Joe Ruby and Ken Spears first came up with the idea for your show, you were all gonna be in a traveling rock band?
We could have had a song in America's Top 40, the hits from coast to coast, hosted by Casey Kasem.
And Scooby started off as a very different kind of dog.
Nice.
There was a brilliant illustrator who worked for Hanna-Barbera named Iwao Takamoto. He turned Scooby into a Great Dane and developed the way you all look.
Ugh, too bad he didn't develop a turtleneck that doesn't give me a neck rash.
But the network wasn't interested yet. Iwao put it all together in this one drawing and the concept came to life. The head of the network, Fred Silverman, was presented this image and he said yes on the spot.
Oh, we look so young.
Wow, I can't believe I used to wear that weird ascot. Was that ever in style?
Hanna-Barbera had access to some of the best talent. They knew their animators, their background painters, the writers, to help create these characters. They were practically supporting the animation industry on their backs.
When you have a really great design, that will help you have a great longevity with it, with great characters. And all the characters have very strong silhouettes. Daphne is always like, that's a very essential part in animation, is that their silhouettes are completely recognizable.
Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane. But the way Iwao designed him, he's not a champion Great Dane. Iwao actually went and got a book on dog breeds and read what a Great Dane should look like, and then he broke every rule. Scooby's got a belly that hangs down and a back that sags and a bump in his nose, and his ears are always crooked and pointing in 2 different directions, and his eyes could be different sizes. And all of those things are done on purpose because it makes Scooby charming and it makes Scooby relatable. Like what he lacks in physical perfection, he makes up for in personality.
Then came the casting. Do you all remember when you came into audition?
Well, in case you don't, we dug up your original audition reels, and let's just say you hadn't quite nailed the characters just yet.
Yikes.
Well, I'm Fred Jones, and I'll be reading for the part of Fred Jones. Huh, what a coincidence.
Oh, Scooby, would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Excuse me, how do you pronounce Zoe Inks?
My name's Jabberjaw, and today I'll be reading to be Shaggy. I can already taste those chocolate-covered hot dogs.
Let's see who this ghost really is, dum-dum.
Guys, we have to check out that abandoned carnival. That's terrible. Oh, boy.
Then the real work began. Right, Bryn? Huh. I wonder where... Anyway, you all got straight to work preparing for your roles, and for Scooby, that meant working with a vocal coach.
Before he got that TV show, he was classically trained, doing Shakespeare everywhere, all around the country. And ironically, his first role in the theater was with another Great Dane, Hamlet, in which he played Hamlet's dog. He got rave reviews in Julius Caesar, which he played the Dogs of War, and he was understudying Marlon Brando in King Lear. Scooby-Doo had to go on for him and just knocked it out of the park, which of course caught the eyes of middle-aged Bill Hanna and an equally middle-aged Joe Barbera. All right, okay, let's try it. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yikes! Let's get out of here.
No. Yikes! Let's get out of here! The problem was that Scooby's diction was too good. They were concerned that the audience wasn't gonna believe him as a dog, and that's where I come in.
Yikes!
See, my job was to help him unlearn just enough English that he could legitimately pass for a Great Dane. Look at me.
Yikes! Yikes! Let's get...
Yikes!
Yikes!
I had to drill it line by line, day by day, taking it very slowly until he got it just right.
Yikes! Yikes! Yikes!
So
Yikes!
he really found the essence of this character.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Yes, Scooby-Dooby-Doo indeed. But I'd like to get serious for a moment and talk about Scrappy-Doo.
Really?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, more like Scrappy don't.
You know, Scrappy wasn't really part of the gang.
Yeah.
He started saying these horrible things about Scooby in these AOL chat rooms.
What is that sound? Is someone playing the castanets?
Hey, Scoob, I think it's a good time for us to have a reunion with the Exit.
Exit. Stage left.
Whoa, watch it. Snagglepuss is extremely litigious.
What's going on, Bryn?
All right, it's time I came clean. This isn't a normal reunion.
I'll say.
I used the TV special as an excuse to bring you all together here because I need your help. The ghost has been running around all week, scaring away all of our productions. Even the hit CW show All American wants to move their shoot to Canada and change the title to All Canadian.
Sounds like a mystery.
No way, man. We're not getting mixed up in this. Like, you guys, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we only pretend to be ghost hunters on TV.
I figured after 14 series, a bunch of straight-to-DVD movies, and the live-action films, you'd be experts by now.
Look, the ghost is just gonna be a disgruntled employee in a mask. Probably even one of you.
I saw it up close. It was the snow ghost from season 1 of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And it was totally real because I remember that episode vividly.
Zoinks! The snow ghost!
So we have a copycat hunter.
Why would someone dress up in a costume from our show?
It's not a costume. It's real. There have been sightings of it all week.
It looked a lot like a Halloween costume.
Okay, Velma, then it's a ghost who's wearing a Halloween costume.
Like, man, I don't know what scares me more. A real ghost or someone who will wear a latex costume for no reason in 100-degree heat?
I'd take the snow ghost.
Oh my God, look! Someone ransacked the snack table. There's nothing left to eat. Not even Scooby snacks.
Like I was saying, let's find this dude and teach him some manners.
Then you'll help?
Yeah, sure, whatever. Anything to get out of meeting Scooby's family.
Okay, everybody split up and look for clues. I've always wanted to say that in real life.
Let's go catch this ghost.
Good work, Scooby Gang. Cleansing the world of the scum that haunts America's swamps, abandoned carnivals, and manor houses. I know my good friend Bruce Wayne appreciates it too. And you did it all without the help of an elderly butler. Thanks to you, the only real monsters in Gotham City are my personal demons. You're an inspiration to us all. From me to you, Mazel Tov.
Hang on, be right with you. Getting a chance to hang out with Scooby-Doo and the gang was a million times better than one of those Kennedy Center honor things. It's just, you know, it's the top of the mountain. It's as high as you can go in the biz. And those guys were really great. Oh, Velma, she liked to have fun, you know. Well, they all did. sometimes a bit too much fun. But I'll always treasure the time I spent with those crazy meddlesome kids.
Hi, I'm Olivia Liang, and before I became the star of the new Kung Fu, I paid the bills as a martial arts instructor. One of my favorite clients was Norville's Shaggy Rogers. All his action scenes in the show, they may look clumsy and sloppy, but they're actually extensively choreographed and rehearsed. He makes it look easy. The training is grueling. $4.99, $500. That's how Shaggy is able to eat and still maintain his slim figure. It may not look like it with the slouching, but Shaggy is the fittest character in animated television. The running alone. The guy runs 6 or 7 miles per episode, and that's before his feet even hit the ground. Not to mention Scooby, jumping into Shaggy's arms at the drop of a hat. Do you know how much a Great Dane weighs? No? I don't either, but I could look it up.
Hi, Carter.
Thelma Dinkley, what brings you to the costume department?
The gang and I are here solving a mystery. It's about the snow ghost that's been haunting the lot. Know anything about it?
Oh yeah, I've seen it around everywhere. Everyone's experiencing post-haunting trauma. We've even formed an ad hoc support group that meets on Thursdays. I mean, the coffee's not great, but Alex does bring donuts from that place on La Brea.
I'm a bagel person myself, but good luck finding a decent bagel in L.A. Yeah, well, while I have you, we haven't had a change of clothes since 1969. This sweater reeks.
Well, funny you should say that. Look, it's the costumes for your next movie.
Wow, these are so modern.
It's been over 50 years. Your style has to keep evolving. Every incarnation of Mystery Inc. has its own completely different set of costumes. Except for Scooby. He's always naked.
Scooby is a nudist. He was created in 1969.
Also, each of you have your own distinct walk. As a group, even the silhouette, the viewer can tell who you are immediately. And that's by design.
Is my haircut by design too?
I'd be happy to give you a makeover. You know that's my kind of thing. I'm sorry I couldn't help you find any clues, but a little more than a week ago, one of my costumes went missing. And where the costume was hanging, I found this.
Huh, a matchbook.
And it says Bungalow 15. Whoever made this went to a lot of trouble.
Actually, I think you found a clue. At least I think it's a clue. Jinkies!
What?
Oh, jinkies? Well, it's kind of my thing. It's what I say.
What does it mean?
Okay, I'm gonna take off.
Establishing a character's personality by their walk was a good way to infuse personality into characters, when you have a very tight budget. And they would animate that fully.
Their movement is as iconic as their characters.
Shaggy had a really cool walk cycle.
Swaying arms and the way his feet flop up and down as he walks. That says a lot about who Shaggy is. Fred walks with his shoulders back and his chin forward. That's not a mistake. Everything about how they move says something about who they are.
That area is Stars Hollow from the Gilmore Girls.
You want a mystery to solve? It's a mystery to me how a mother and daughter can be such good friends.
Hey, this ghost. You think it could be that producer? You can't trust TV producers.
Captain Cave!
Daphne! Blake!
We still on for Saturday?
You bet. And thanks for the flowers.
Captain Caveman? Really?
I like him hairy.
What's he even captain of anyway?
Hey, look at that.
Some sort of loudspeaker. Wonder what that could be doing here.
Probably a basic piece of equipment they use to make movies.
Or it could be another clue.
Everything's a clue with you, isn't it, Freddy? So exhausting.
They had very distinctive villains. They had a lot of them, and they had an incredible imagination in terms of the supernatural designs they would come up with. I mean, really inventive.
I like the creeper, I like the pirate, but there's been so many over the years.
And I think all kids like to be scared, and I think there's a way of being scared with Scooby-Doo where it's not like you're not going to then go in your bedroom and just be terrified to shut the lights off.
Scooby was my first show, so I really didn't have a lot of experience, and I wanted to do some of these other voices. I mean, it was fun doing Fred, but, you know, gosh, I see this monster, and Joe Barbera, he would go around the table and ask the experienced actors, and then he would never get as far as me because I was just like this kid, so I kept raising my hand, and finally Joe goes, all right, go ahead, Frank, give it a try now. All right, you're the monster.
Hey, Scooby Gang. Could you use another member? I've got to get away from my dad and his bodyguard, Race Bannon. They never let me out of their sight. I'll do anything. I'll wash the van. I'll brush Scooby's fur. My dad's gonna get me killed. I just want to be a regular kid. Shoot! Someone's coming! Gotta go. Help me.
I got cast to play the sixth member of Mystery Inc., Laszlo the Mechanic. Yeah, whenever the van would break down in some sketchy area, my shtick was I had to fix it. Looks like we got a busted radiator belt. Sorry, can't fix it till tomorrow. Guess we'll have to stay in that, weird old motel. What did I tell you, Fred? You gotta stop riding the clutch. So, I go to the big world premiere of the show. We get to my big scene, and I ain't in it. Yeah, see, turns out that they cut me out of the episode. In fact, they cut me out of the entire series. So, I gave up acting and got a job as a roadkill collector and never looked back. Best thing that ever happened to me, I'll tell you that.
Scoob, we have had some beautiful sandwiches over the years.
Yeah, we sure have, Reggie.
Scooby and Shaggy most of the time are just comic relief in their own show. They just want to hang around with each other. They just want to eat. They certainly don't want to go into a haunted house and solve a mystery.
They take the edge off of what's scary. If it's a ghost or perceived monster, you know, having Scooby and Shaggy around and, you know, struggling over snacks or this or that makes us feel more comfortable.
No matter what Scooby eats, Shaggy eats. No matter what Shaggy eats, Scooby eats.
But their story is a story of friendship and how friends support each other and how friends always have each other's back. That story of friendship never gets boring. It never gets old.
You mean thanks Scooby we're safe?
Man, does it ever bother you that we've been typecast as cowards? That's like some kind of writer joke, isn't it? I'm not even scared of this snow ghost copycat. Fred seems pretty sure that it's the producer trying to scare everyone, probably just to make the show more exciting, you know? And I trust Fred's gut. Speaking of gut, let's finally eat these sandwiches, shall we?
Yeah.
Hey, Scoob, keep it down back there, would ya? Shh.
Keep it down back there.
Shh. The props department! We can lose them in there! Quick! Find somewhere hilarious to hide! This way!
This way.
Watch out! He's gaining on us!
Great babe, Scooby, Scooby-Doo. Great babe. Yeah, great babe.
My name is Arlo Davidson, man, and I have the best job in Hollywood. In the early seasons, Scooby would eat every Scooby snack in the scene, but those Scooby snacks are very high in calories. They're filled with palm oils. By the end of season 1, Scooby had probably put on 30 pounds. And in this town, sadly, that's code red. And that's where I come in. I am Scooby's personal spit bucket handler. Coming out of USC Film School, everybody wanted this job. Sometimes I take the bucket home just to practice. I always want to be at my best, you know what I mean? I want Scooby to not even have to think about it. Spit, boom, the bucket's there. Half the time I don't even think he knows I exist. I work at my craft. Every second, every day, every chance I get. I don't quit. And I think it shows in the product. Scooby's a lean, mean, hilarious machine, and Scooby's not just a Great Dane, he's a great dog.
Oh man, are we glad to see you guys?
What happened to you two?
Let me guess, you were exercising on a Steermaster.
Your legs have cramped up. You're being attacked by invisible bees. You're trying to reach something at the shelf of the grocery store.
Zumba?
You're Elvis Presley.
Put your hands in the air like you just don't care.
You're at a baseball game and you're doing the wave.
You were there, Shaggy. Why are you guessing?
Oh, the snow ghost.
It chased us into the props department.
While you guys were messing around, I found a clue. A matchbook that says Bungalow 15.
Okay, let's split up and canvass all the matchbook factories in Los Angeles.
Or, and this is just me spitballing, we could check out Bungalow 15. We could walk there in 30 seconds.
Like, have you guys even watched this show? We catch some dude and we go home. We don't have to run around town and investigate.
Great idea, Shaggy. We'll set up a very complicated and elaborate trap at the iconic Warner Brothers water tower and lure him to it. Shaggy, Scooby, we're gonna need to use you as bait.
Oh, I'll get the paperwork.
Thank you, Scooby Gang. You've shown us that we never have to be afraid of monsters. We only have to be afraid of the psychos who dress up as monsters.
Breaker, Fred. This is Shaggy and Scooby on the walkie-talkie. We've been waiting here for like 3 hours, man. What makes you think the snow ghost is gonna show?
Just a feeling.
I have a feeling, too. I'm feeling hot and sweaty from being in this banana splits costume all day.
We have to get the suits to wardrobe later, so don't sweat too much. And don't pee in them either.
Uh-oh. Now, here's my plan. When the ghost shows up, he'll see Scooby and Shaggy dressed as 2 of the banana splits. If you've ever watched their old shows, then you know anyone who lays eyes on them can't help but chase them. Shaggy and Scooby will lead them under the water tower and right into our trap.
Man, Fred, you've had some pretty amazing traps over the years. Let's sit here and think about them while we wait for the snow ghost to show up.
We're ready down here.
Fred always has these great contraptions, but if the traps always worked, the mysteries would be over too fast. I think when Fred takes himself seriously, that's kind of funny.
When we first wrote Mystery Incorporated, we just gave Fred his whole obsession with traps. So we thought, well, let's just make it a weird, like, obsession. You know, it's an actual, like, psychological obsession with him. We grounded it in the fact that he had lost his mother. So anything that he cared about, he was trying to trap, because he couldn't trap his mother.
Dude, that must be him. Come and get us! Mr. Snow Ghost, we're under here. Hold it right there. Now.
Got him?
We got him, gang. Now, let's see who this Snow Ghost really is.
Not quite yet. First, let's get everyone else together so they can enjoy the unmasking with us.
I'm really hot in here, Fred.
I said wait.
There's a certain format to the show, mystery and then unmasking at the end. It's that way every single episode, regardless of whose version is up on the air. The villains are going to be unmasked, they're not real. I think kids find that very reassuring.
I almost always get fooled, you know, until we get to the third act, then I start figuring things out. But yeah, I got to admit, sometimes I'm not sure who I'm taking the hat, and yeah, I've been fooled.
And now, let's take a look at some of our most memorable unmaskings from over the years.
Yo, Fred, you ever get tired of driving around in that rusty old van? You should trade out the mystery machine for a zippy little speed buggy. Me, let the wind blow through your hair as you drive through the fog. Can the mystery machine talk? Nope, but I can. In fact, I'm talking to you right now. This is Speed Buggy peeling out. Eat my smog suckers!
Okay, let's have a look and find out who this really is. But I have a feeling it's our producer.
Fred, I'm right here. Whatever.
Jinkies!
Oh my God! I'm just kidding. I have no idea who you are.
It's someone that none of us have ever seen before. Now that's a true surprise.
Wait, I think I remember you from season 1. Weren't you an extra or something?
I was the mechanic. My character's name was Laszlo. I played a major role.
Oh, right. The test audiences hated you and you got cut out of the show.
Yeah, that's right. And you all went on to become big stars and you just left me behind in the dirt like some kind of roadkill. Well, I was finally going to get my revenge.
How exactly was this getting revenge?
You know, by scaring it.
You've been plotting this for 52 years and that's all you had?
Well, if you're really interested...
We're not, but...
We see, I've been creeping around all week, haunting all the TV shows and movies on the lot. One by one, I was going to scare them all into taking their business away from Warner Brothers. Then the studio would go broke, and they'd have to stop making your TV show. It was a foolproof plan. So I thought. At first, everything was working like gangbusters. I mean, some people were super easy to frighten. Real suckers, you know the type. Others, not so much. But I was all over the place. Everywhere people went, they were like, hey, there's the snow ghost, ah! The problem is I became so commonplace that everyone got used to me. Pretty soon I was just part of the scenery. You know, like the iconic Friends fountain. Then I heard about your TV show and I thought, this is my chance. I may not be able to get your TV show canceled, but I sure as hell can ruin your precious reunion show, and that's exactly what I did!
Are you kidding? This was the best thing that could have happened to it. All I had planned was a lame blooper reel, a Q&A with Conan O'Brien, and a surprise visit from the actors who do your voices.
Wait, these aren't our voices?
Thanks to you, I didn't have to produce any of that stuff. We didn't even need to do an awkward trivia game or fill the time with clips and interviews.
Too bad. I was really looking forward to meeting Scooby's illegitimate children.
Hold on. How did she make it seem like